Hiya, Sassy Chicken and Peppers. And Dale says I had him at Sassy. Guys, this is the first recipe in my series of meals for one or two, which means these are all recipes that are going to be good to serve one or two people. I did my poll and this hands down was the winner. I will do crock pots eventually, but dinners for one or two, that was absolutely the winner. So that's what we're going to do first. So this is my first in the series. I've got 9 recipes for you. They are all coming from the Taste of Home website, which I think is a phenomenal website. If you guys have not visited them, you should. They have amazing recipe ideas and meal options, and they have everything available on that website. So when you see this on my website, I will have credit going to Taste of Home, but it's Doris Heath actually from North Carolina that submitted the recipe. So thank you, Doris, for this delicious, absolutely amazing meal. You guys are gonna love it. Welcome back to the kitchen with Tabby. Let's get cooking. All right, guys, I'm excited for this series from Taste of Home recipes. I think you guys are really gonna love what I've got lined up for you. Today's first recipe is so easy. You probably have everything you need in your kitchen right now. And this is gonna be a recipe for 2 people, 2 servings. You can easily double it if you have more in your group, or you wanna triple it if you've got a large group of people to feed. You can absolutely customize the recipe, but the way I'm making it now, it's gonna be for 2 servings. So I have my plate sitting over here with some spinach. That's gonna be our base. So we're gonna be putting our chicken right on top of that spinach. So this is a really cool 1 skillet meal, kind of a Mexican chicken and peppers recipe. I've got my chicken here. I've got 2 chicken thighs. You can use breasts if you want to. And I'm going to season them with some salt and pepper. Both sides. We're gonna get some pepper on there. And then I'm going to be using my all-time favorite taco seasoning. This is called Something to Talk About, and it's by BT Lee's. They're a small family-owned company in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Super sweet couple. Brian is the gentleman that owns it, and so this is the seasoning if you want some taco seasoning. You can use any taco seasoning you want, but this one really is amazing. I'll put a link to their Facebook page so that you will be able to hop over there and take a look at what they've got to offer. They have some really neat products. So we're gonna season both sides of the chicken with this taco seasoning. And you can be as liberal or as light as you want. It just depends on how much you like taco seasoning. It smells so good. Okay, and I have my pan here on the stove heating up with some avocado oil. So we've got that going, and I think we're ready. Oh yeah, we're ready for some action. All right, I'm gonna let those start to cook. I'm gonna put this in the sink, get my hands washed, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna let that chicken cook, obviously until it's fully cooked. We wanna fully cook that chicken. And off to the side here, I'm gonna turn my camera just a little bit. You can see I have some onion. This is just a small sweet onion that I've sliced up very thin. I have a small orange bell pepper that I've sliced in long slices, julienne, I guess maybe they might call it. I don't know all the technical terms, but that's okay. And then I also have some roasted red pepper. Now, this is something I'm adding to the recipe from the Taste of Home recipes. This was not in there, but I'm adding it. So we've got some roasted red peppers, and then I have some minced garlic. This is an addition also, a little adjustment to the recipe. We have some homemade salsa, but you can use any salsa that you like, whatever salsa brand you are comfortable with. We have some lime juice and some lime zest. And then I also have a couple of avocados that I'm gonna slice up on the side when we are done, I hope. I hope they're not too ripe, but we're gonna find out together if they are. So we're gonna let this cook for a little bit. How many of you remember home ec class? Did any of you take home ec? I took home ec in high school. And I can remember my home ec teacher telling me, Tabby, always make sure your handles are pointed to the back center of the stove. Does anybody else have that memory? Every time I cook, I think of her. I cannot remember her name to save my life, but I remember her telling me that. Always make sure those handles are pointed back, so that way if you walk past the stove, you don't accidentally bump into it and knock the pan off the stove. Very smart, but just one of those little trigger moments or anchor moments that I think about every time I cook something on the stove. That taco seasoning smells so good. All right, I'm going to let that continue cooking, and when it's all cooked and we're ready to go to the next step, I'll come back and we'll do it together. Hang tight. All right, our chicken is still cooking. It's getting close to being done, and I'm going to go ahead and slice up my avocados. Now I'm using this little avocado tool. It's by OXO. I got this one at Target, but I think you can get them on Amazon, or you can get them at Walmart as well. And I love this little thing. So you just slice it all the way around, and then you just separate it. And this avocado is pretty ripe, so I'm probably not going to be able to use all of it, but I'm going to be able to use part of it. Okay, so, I'll show you on the next one how I get the seed out. You use this part to get the seed out. Anyway, so this top part is not good. So I've just done a little cut there, and then I'm going to go all the way around the outside of it, and we're just going to pop that right out of the skin, just like that. And then you can use this side to slice it if you want. You can just kind of press right down on it, and that's going to slice it right through there. And then you have your avocado slices. Or you can use this side to slice it. Either way. But when you use that little slicer, it really puts them in nice thin little slices. And like I said, this is a pretty ripe avocado. So it's I'm talking Italian. It's the Hungarian in me, I guess. But anyway, it slices it really well. So one thing about having a nice ripe avocado is it comes right out of that skin so nicely. All right, so we're gonna press this on here and slice this piece up. You know what, guys, that might be enough avocado. So I don't think I'm gonna cut open the other one, but the next time I do an avocado, I'll show you how you get I'll just show you here. So let's pretend that avocado was still in there, and then you just take this piece right here and you poke it right onto the seed, give it a little spin, and it'll pop right out and be stuck to your little inside of your avocado cleaner. So anyway, I hope that made sense. All right, let me get this cleaned up and I'll be right back. All right, our chicken is done. Let me bring you over here with me a little bit closer. Here we go. So I'm going to pop this out, and I have my oven set to warm. So I'm just going to pop these in the oven just to keep them warm while I cook the veggies. Okay, so now to this pan, same grease. I'm not going to change anything, and I want all that goodness in there from the little bits of chicken and things. So we're going to throw our peppers in there and our onion. And I'm going to saute these around a little bit in here. You don't want them mushy, you just want to get them kind of a tender crisp, if that makes sense. Kind of like your spaghetti is al dente, you kind of want your veggies to be a little al dente also. You don't want to have them all mushy. So we're just going to saute those around in there a little bit. And I'm going to wait for just a minute before I put the garlic in. I don't want to put the garlic in right away because it will burn easily. So I'm going to let these saute up a little bit, and then I will throw my minced garlic in there. And I'm just using the garlic out of a jar. We're going to put about a teaspoon in there, or 1 garlic clove if you want to get a fresh garlic clove and mince it up. Garlic is something I've always wanted to grow, but I never have. And I'm hoping someday, maybe when I grow up, I'll grow some garlic. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to grow. I don't know if y'all follow the Facebook page or the YouTube channel called Garden Answer with Laura and Aaron. They live out in Oregon. They are the sweetest couple. They have 2 sweet little kids, Benjamin and Samantha. And I've learned so much from her. And she grows garlic every year. So one of these years, I'm going to get my stuff together and work up the courage, and I am going to grow some garlic. Wouldn't that be amazing to have your own homegrown garlic? I bet some of you do. If you grow your own garlic, let me know in the comments and tell me if there's a trick or a tip to it that I need to know. All right, I think my veggies are about ready, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in my garlic that we've been talking about. So like I said, just about a teaspoon. I'm just going to kind of saute that around in those veggies, and I'm also going to go ahead and throw in my roasted red peppers. And I did pull those out of the jar so that I could kind of drain them a little bit. I don't want all of that juice in there. And it's not a lot of red peppers. I'd say this is probably the equivalent of about 1/4 of a red pepper. I just think that that's going to add some good flavor in there. Oh my word, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. And all in one pan. Is that not the best thing ever? And like I said, you could absolutely double or triple this recipe if you need to, but this is a really great recipe for just serving 1 or 2 people. All right, this is looking great. So now we are going to add our last 2 ingredients, and that would be our lime juice. This is going to be fun. Oh, I love lime juice. I love lemon juice too. I think that is going to be, oh my gosh, amazing. That smells so good. All right, and then we're going to put in about 1/3 of a cup of salsa, whatever salsa you want. So we're going to put that in there. And we're just going to let that cook around in there a little bit. And we are almost ready to plate this up. Now you won't see this until tomorrow, which will be Wednesday for you. But it's Tuesday for me, and it's Taco Tuesday. So this is a perfect dinner for Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah, what's happening? Good smells coming from the kitchen. Yeah, we are making sassy pepper chicken, or chicken pepper. Yeah, chicken and peppers.
You had me at sassy.
Doesn't that smell delicious? All right, so let me turn this off, and we're going to plate this up, guys. Let me get my, yeah, you got here just in time, buddy. Let me get, oh,
I tend to show up right when the...
Don't you? I know it. That's all right. No, you're fine. So we've got our chicken here. All right, so we are going to put our chicken on our spinach. And I did add some hint of lime tortilla chips to my plate. So we have just a little bit of crunch there. And now we are going to spoon some of these peppers right over that chicken. Oh gosh, look at that. The color is gorgeous. All right, now I also zested my lime. So I'm going to put just a little bit of lime zest on top here. That's just for making it look pretty. And then I'm going to put a couple of slices of the avocado on the side. All right, friends, there it is. I think Dale's going to be pretty happy with that. And I think I am too. All right, I'm going to hand this off to my honey, and I'm going to get mine plated up, and then we'll taste it together. Hang on one second. All right, friends, there's my plate. Guys, this looks and smells amazing. I mean, really, really amazing. I'm really excited to taste it. All right, I'm going to get some pepper and onion, a little chicken. That spinach is just barely starting to wilt a little bit underneath, which is what I wanted. That's what I was hoping for. The spinach is different than the recipe called for. The recipe didn't call for the spinach, but I thought, you know, since it is Taco Tuesday, we might want to put a little lettuce in there. So, all right, there we go, guys. Let's taste it. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Amen. Wow. I'm looking over because Dale is eating his. He's giving it a thumbs up. That's delicious. That chicken is cooked perfectly. It's juicy. And like I said, you can use breast if you want to. You don't have to use thighs. Those peppers are perfect. They still have just a slight little crunch to them. And that lime juice comes through. Oh my word, that's good. All right, we're gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna eat while it's still warm. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this first recipe in my series of 1-2 recipes, which just means it's a recipe for 1 or 2 people. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. Remember, they are from the Taste of Home website. So make sure you visit the Taste of Home website and check those recipes out. They have tons of good stuff on there. If you make this recipe, please make sure that you take a picture of it and post it and tag me in it. I sure love to see what's cooking in your kitchen. And I really love it when you come into the kitchen with me and cook with me. We have so much fun together. Or at least I do. I hope you do too. All right, guys, remember this recipe will be on my website with credit going to Taste of Home. I will write it on the website as it's written. So I will put in a note at the bottom the additions that I added, the roasted red peppers and the garlic and the spinach and such. But when I write the recipe out, it will be written as it's written on the Taste of Home website. And don't forget, my website is inthekitchenwithtabbi.com. So that's where you'll find the recipe. All right, guys, listen, I love you so much. Remember, God loves you even more than I do. Also, I sure hope you remember He is the unseen guest at every dinner table and the silent listener at every conversation. So just make sure those words coming out of your mouth are pure and sweet like honey, that you're lifting each other up and loving on each other. Just shine your light bright, because that's what we're called to do. Remember also, you can pre-order my cookbook, Pure and Sweet Recipes in the Kitchen with Tabbi. That's going to be available in November. I should have them in my hands the end of this month, which is October, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'll get those signed and right back out to you. You'll have them in plenty of time for stocking stuffers or gift giving at Christmas and for all that fun holiday baking that's coming up. All right, that's it, guys. I sure hope you have an amazing day. I hope it gets better and better every minute that goes by, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And this Rex.